Hello. It's been a really busy week here at Delectable Tiny Gardens, and it's been just crazy. And right now, I've got a few minutes between major tasks that I've got to do. So I figured that I would check on a couple of projects that I've got going on and see if they're ready for the next step. Hey, I am Vicky Manitou Okas and welcome. I think what I'm going to do today is check on the lavender cuttings and see if anything is ready to pot on up. And I've got a couple other things to pot up and get ready to harden off outside. So let's get started. I think what I'm going to this is my trusty old propagation tray, and I put the bay and it's still looking really good. I don't think it's rooted yet. And the lavender in about a month ago. So I'm going to check both of those and see if there's any roots on those. I suspect that some of the lavender has some. The bay takes a lot longer. And there's the lavender that I planted from seed. So we're going to do potting up some lavender, anything that's ready to pot up. This is another batch of culinary sage, common sage, that I bought at Fresh Cut at the grocery store. So this has been in here for about 2 days. That needs another 2 to 3 weeks, so I'm not going to disturb that, but I am going to check everything else and see if if it's ready to be potted up or pitched. And we're going to start with the cuttings. So we're just going to completely redo this, take everything out, and if it's rooted, I'm going to pot it up. And like that one, that one is not going to root. That one has still got some green on it, so I'm going to put that back in. So that's got some roots on it. So I'm going to put that in here. And we're going to be taking out the old lavender. I was going to start another batch. That one is not rooted. I was going to start another batch. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful roots on that one. Okay. I noticed when I was gardening out in the garden yesterday that the lavender that's still in the garden is starting to flower. So that's not going to make good cuttings. So I'm going to let that flower, and we're going to see how much I get out of here. Not that one. I don't give up in them until they're clearly dying. That one's got roots. So I've got 3 with roots so far. That has some tiny little roots on it. Remember, I said that we only needed 2. So far I've got 4. And as soon as I get done here, I will take this outside. Nope. No, but okay. So I got 4 out of the cuttings that I started, and I've got several that might take. Okay, the bay is not ready, but it's still looking good. Oh my, that looks like that's got some buds on it, but I want to give that some more time. So another couple of weeks and that one will be ready. Okay, and like I said, the sage I just put in here, so I'm going to put this back away. Oh, disturbed one. Gotta put that back in there. Okay, now the other one is the seedlings, and I need to gently lift these out one or two at a time. Beautiful. And transfer that to its own pot. Oh, it smells like lavender. As soon as I get all these potted up, I'm going to give these a good water. Go. Okay, take it outside and water it with a little bit of rainwater. gently and get those off to a good start. I am going to keep these inside for probably a week to let those roots settle in a little bit. I've got a little bit of a bright spot here that I can put them in. They'll get enough light for a few days. And then after that, I will take them outside and harden them off outside and get them going. So there we go. And in here, I am going to put some more greens. Here's my microgreens mix. So I'm going to seed this in here. Okay. And that'll, in about a week, I'll have something to harvest in there. And so I'll thin that out by harvesting to eat and then put some of it in the garden. I'll mist that in. And let's seed in some cabbage. I've got a couple of cabbage plants growing outside, but a couple of cabbage plants isn't very much. So I'm going to plant some more. Let's try spearmint. Okay. Okay, now the microgreens need light to germinate. The cabbage needs light to germinate. The lemon bulb needs light to germinate, and so does the spearmint. So when I sow these in to pots, and that is just tiny, tiny little seed. And things that have a low germination rate, I seed in heavily. Okay. So, cabbage, lemon balm, spearmint, and microgreens, or a brassica mix of greens. And all of those need light to germinate, so I sowed them right on top of the soil, and I will bottom water these four and mist those to get the seeds moist rather than pouring water on top of them. And then the lavender, it looks beautiful, and I will I've got 12 lavender plants potentially if they all go ahead and take, plus I've got some over there that looks like it's still going to root, so we're off and running on that. So there we go, that's our seeding for the day. Yeah, just a few minutes and I've got things on the next step and ready to just sit and wait for a little bit to get established so they can go into the garden in about a month or so, and everything is looking good. So hey, next time we're going to do a tour of the garden and see what that's looking like in the early June planting season, the early June garden season. So come and check us out in the next video, and like, subscribe, come and join us over at Delectable Tiny Gardens, the meeting place for people looking to develop food security in tiny spaces. And we'll go learn together. And thank you. Yeah, just a